a doggone pity. Teardrops falling from a mountainside. Many times I've been there, many times I cried. I used to be so happy we were in love, high on the mountain of love. Night after night I've been standing here, Lord, weeping my heart out at the crack of dawn, praying that you're lonely and you'll come here too. Hoping just by chance I'll get a trip to you. Hope I'm gonna find you somewhere in love, high on the mountain of love. Mountain of love, a mountain of love. You should be ashamed. You used to be a mountain of love, but you just changed your name. Way down below there's a half a million people. Somewhere there's a church with a big tall steeple. Inside a church there's an altar filled with flowers. Wedding bells are ringing, that should have been ours. That's why I'm so lonely. Dreams are above, high on the mountain of love, high on the mountain of love, high on the mountain of love. Hey, how you doing out there, guitar heroes? All right, well, we've got a tune by Johnny Rivers today, Mountain of Love from 1967. That's when Johnny Rivers was hot, late 60s. This is a great song. Of course, we got Secret Agent Man. There's a bunch of other ones. He's just was such a great performer. Okay, so this song, I believe, is in the key of D, but I'm not positive. I'm not positive. I think it is. And I got tuned down the step, a half step, so technically I'm in D flat. Right? Down one would be D flat, but it doesn't matter. You play it where you're comfortable. Run the capo up and down if you can do it in this key. All right, so we start out on the D, and we hang on the D for 2 full lines. Standing on the corner looking down on the city, the way I feel is a doggone pity. G, teardrops falling from the mountainside. D, many times I've been here, many times I've cried. A7, used to be so happy. G, when we're in love. D, high on an A7 mountain of love. And that's your pattern for the 3 verses that we have. And I just slowed it down just a little bit there. I guess let's get the kind of strumming speed here. Praying that you're lonely and you'll come here too. Hoping there's a chance I'll get a trip to you. Hope you'll find you somewhere in love, high on the mountain of love. Okay, so we got kind of a medium pace there. And let's check the bridge here. Mountain of love, yeah, mountain of love. You should be ashamed. Used to be a... Oh, so we got the same pattern. No changes there. Okay, well then so like I said, we play the first 2 verses. Then we go to a bridge, although we play it 2 times, so yeah, I guess to some extent you could probably call it a chorus too. And this gets a little bit more difficult. Okay, so we go to it, we start with a G, Mountain of Love, and then we say Mountain of Love again, except we got a F sharp minor. Mountain of Love. Now, what's an F sharp minor? Well, you start with an E minor shape. Obviously, it's a bar chord. We slide up to the 2nd fret, and there's our E, or our F sharp minor. My way of getting into it is always to start here and then slide into it. So G, and somebody could say, well, geez, how about just playing the G bar chord? Wouldn't that be easier? Well, yeah, it could be. Mountain of love, mountain of love. That would actually be easier. And you can see I got the E form here now on a G. And all I'm going to do is slide down 1. And I'm going to lift this finger. And now all of a sudden, guess what? We've got the E minor form, and we've got that F sharp minor. So that's another way of doing this is with bar chords. Mountain of love, mountain of love, mountain of love. You should be ashamed. Then we go to A. Back to G. Used to be a F F sharp minor, mountain of love, but G, you just changed your A7. And so I've got a E bar chord, but see, I've used the E7, which I'm picking up the second finger, right? Otherwise it'd be like this. Pick up the little finger, slide it down to the 5th fret, where we got an A, and so I can use that as a bar chord, as another option. Otherwise, A7, I'm usually doing this 2-finger one here. Kind of like the A, right? And then we just pick up the center finger. Then that's your bridge, and that is no question, that's the most difficult, is to transition either this way, G, fountain of love, you should be ashamed, A, G, used to be a F sharp minor, fountain of love, but G, you just changed your A7 name. Okay, so then we go into the last verse, which is identical to the other ones, and then we repeat the bridge, and then we can repeat the third verse again, and then as so many songs in the 60s did, right at that 2-minute mark, they were fading out, no matter if they were ended or not. But normally you can end on the D. The last line in all the verses goes high D, high on an A7, mountain of love. Then you can repeat that. High on the mountain of love. And you can end it like that if you want to. All right, well, I hope you got something out of this lesson. Mountain of Love, Johnny Rivers, 1967. Great little song. Give you some little challenges here in the bridge with a couple bar chords. All right, take it easy, and we'll see you next time. Keep on strumming out there. Way down below there's 500,000 people. Somewhere there's a church with a big tall steeple. Inside the church is an old filled with flowers. Wedding bells are ringing and shoot up in the hour. Why I'm so lonely.